Welcome to the 5th annual Urban Roots London Harvest Dinner. While we look forward to again welcoming you to our farm in future years, for now we are delighted to bring the festivities to your door with Harvest Dinner at Home.
Before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge the history of the traditional territory and honor the long-standing relationships of the 3 local First Nations of this land and place in what we call southwestern Ontario. The Attawandaron once settled this region alongside the Anishinaabe and the Haudenosaunee and used this land as their traditional hunting grounds. The 3 long-standing Indigenous groups of this geographical region are the Anishinaabe, the Haudenosaunee, and the Lenape. I want to recognize the 3 First Nation communities neighboring the City of London: Chippewa of the Thames First Nation, Oneida Nation of the Thames, and Munsee Delaware Nation. We often go through these land acknowledgements and it can feel like a ritualistic practice. Particularly in a virtual space when we're not able to gather together on the farm, it's important to center our relationships with the land and the people who are her stewards. Our hope is to continue a living dialogue embedded in shared stories, not stop with the notion of land or territory as something that one lives on, but rather continuing on in an understanding of land as something we are a part of, something that lives in us and calls us to account the actions that came before us. At Urban Roots London, we aim to own our responsibilities to nurture and care for the land that offers us the means to support our community. It's important to acknowledge that concepts like regenerative agriculture or sustainable growing are not new practices, but rather Indigenous people and people of color have been doing this work for generations. Our practice of the model of thirds can be likened to the honorable harvest. These communities have long-standing histories of innovation. We work to create space for building relationships, engage in collective knowledge sharing, and decentering where knowledge is held. I invite you to take a moment and reflect on how you as individuals hold relationships with this land, and in turn the people who belong to this land, and the responsibilities we all hold to examine and share the benefits we receive through the current systems that exist.
We are thrilled to present this year's dinner featuring creations from some of London's most gifted and innovative chefs, including Miriam and Melvin Wright of Yaya's Kitchen, the dynamic team at Growing Chefs, and Aaron Negus of Alchemy Bake Shop and Stratford Chefs School. These chefs have worked together to create unique courses that spotlight Urban Roots' organic, high-quality produce through each of their diverse culinary talents. Yaya's Kitchen is operated by husband and wife team Miriam and Melvin Wright. Marion and Melvin have a passion for cooking, creativity, community, and storytelling. Yaya's Kitchen is a curated culinary space that hosts monthly pop-ups, supper clubs, and private events featuring foods from northern Nigeria and the Sahel region. At Yaya's, they curate the food, the plates, the music, and the tablecloths. Every aspect of your experience is intentional and purposeful. Chefs Catherine Jones, Ryan Wishak, and Anna Carroll from Growing Chefs Ontario are also supporting this year's Harvest Dinner. Growing Chefs unites chefs, growers, educators, and community members in children's food education projects that provide fun, hands-on learning opportunities designed to improve food literacy and an understanding of food systems. And last, but certainly not least, also contributing to the dinner, is Aaron Negus of Alchemy Bake Shop. A talented pastry chef, her work is characterized as whimsical, nostalgic, and over the top. Erin is also a faculty member of the Stratford Chefs School. You'll be enjoying her amazing and delicious work as part of your dessert tonight. This team of talented chefs have worked together to highlight Urban Roots London's organic fresh produce in the most inventive and flavorsome ways. We hope you enjoy. Our annual Harvest Dinner is our way of connecting with the community and acknowledging the fruits of our labor this harvest season. The funds raised through the Harvest Dinner are essential to continue our multifaceted mission to improve fresh food access, promote food education, and continue to grow sustainably. In our 5th season, Urban Roots London continues to follow our model of thirds. 1/3 of our produce is donated to charities and social service agencies. 1/3 is sold to the community at an affordable rate, and 1/3 is sold to restaurant partners and food outlets who are supportive of local organic produce. This model continues to support our sustainable growth while helping us meet the needs of our community. In our 5th season, our community partnerships remain as important as ever before. We couldn't do our work without our amazing community partners. They're the ones who are reaching the community. People like My Sister's Place, Crouch Resource Center, Glencairn Resource Center, they are why we do this work. They are providing the food right to the people. We also partner with emergency food agencies such as London Food Bank, Queer Events, and the Vegan Food Bank, who help provide produce at the exact moment when it's needed. This year we're happy to welcome the Southwestern Ontario Aboriginal Health Access Centre as a new partnership to be able to provide healthy food. We've also partnered with Volt Transportation, which provides zero-emission deliveries for all of our produce. As our city continues to grapple with the effects of COVID-19, food security has never been more important. The demand for free and affordable food continues to grow, and we want to expand to meet that challenge. 2021 was a year of growth for Urban Roots in so many ways. Thanks to an incredible community response to our crowdfunding campaign and investments from Verge Capital and the London Community Foundation, we were able to secure the land that we have been stewarding since our inception in 2017. "2021 marks our 5th successful season growing food for the community at 21 Norland Ave. And new this year, we partnered with Siloam United Church in Northeast London to develop an urban garden on underutilized land. In a single season, this partnership was able to produce over 2,000 pounds of fresh veggies for the community while also managing an intense invasive species maintenance project. The vision for the Siloam site includes expanding to a food forest and naturalized area for visitors. Thank you to Siloam United Church for your partnership and commitment to expanding London's local food system. There are so many people and organizations that Urban Roots London would like to thank for their support this year.
The Board of Directors at Urban Roots London would like to thank our full-time staff, Ben Wilcox and Laura Thorne, for their dedication and hard work throughout this season. Without their work, what we do would simply not be possible. We would also like to thank our seasonal staff team that do all of the hard work on the farm, making our markets happen, harvesting produce, weeding, planting, and just general maintenance around the farm. So thank you to Sam, Kieran, Kayla, Janine, Emma, Chris, Mila. Urban Roots also had an exciting opportunity to expand to a second location this year. And we could not have done that without the hard work of our seasonal staff at that site. So thank you, Justin, John, Joelle, and Hannah, for all of your hard work this summer. Thank you also to our communications and market staff, Tom, Christine, and Danica. Thank you for representing Urban Roots so well and communicating not only what we do, but why we do it to so many people.
Thank you to our volunteers. Whether weeding a bed or contributing to a committee, we are grateful that you chose to contribute your time and skills to the Urban Roots London mission.
Thank you to our restaurant partners, Grace Restaurant, Ivano Poblano, Rebel Remedy, and La Noisette, who support us by buying our produce. Thank you to the social enterprises who have supported us by buying produce, including Growing Chefs and Reimagine Co.
Urban Roots London wouldn't be able to do our work without the support of our many sponsors and partners. We would like to thank our 2021 Harvest Dinner sponsors, Lerners Law Firm, City of London Climate Change and Environmental Stewardship and Try Recycling, as well as Sidetrack Cafe. A special thanks to Tanya Floral Design. And thank you to our chef partners from Yaya's Kitchen, Growing Chefs Ontario, and Alchemy Bake Shop. We are grateful to our 2021 corporate farm share sponsors, Edward Jones South Byron and Huron University. And thank you to our season sponsors and supporters, including Libro Credit Union, London Community Foundation and Verge Capital, the City of London, Whitecrest Mushrooms, A-Team London, Meadowlily Bee Farm, and Stone Paradise. Thank you for your ongoing support. We hope you enjoy your harvest dinner at home. We are grateful to share the success of our 5th growing season with you, and thank you for inviting us into your home. And thank you for your support of Urban Roots London.
At Urban Roots London, we believe that the roots of our food and the roots of our community grow best when they grow together.